Good evening and welcome back to Be Rich. Even though inflation came much lesser than what Jerome Powell expected, that is of 7.1 instead of 7.3, which everybody was projecting, and down from 9.1, the peak rate of inflation, Jerome Powell decided to increase interest rates by 0.5%. This was expected. But what was surprising was the hawkish tone and the hawkish pivot. What do I mean by hawkish? Normally, you call a central banker dovish or hawkish. For nearly 20 years, all central bankers have been dovish, especially the American ones. At times, they have been extremely dovish and not even looking at a shade of hawk. But unfortunately for Jerome Powell, who started off as a dove, life has forced him to change colors into a hawk, and he is being pummeled by high inflation, an inflation which sees no sign of going out. Originally, what he felt is that the war would be over in time. The most of the conditions for globalized world would return to normal, would go to pre-pandemic level, and once the supply solution problems were sorted out, prices would normalize. Unfortunately for Joe Biden and the rest of the world, it didn't pan out that way. Jerome Powell, who started with a 0.25 rate, followed it up with a zero point 0.5 rate, was forced to increase interest rates by three quarters of a percent for four times in a row. This has been unprecedented since 2004-5. This means that interest rates which were 1 or 2% in America and for a high quality per employee, even less than 1%, was forced to increase interest rates. Mortgage rates went from 0 to 6, 6.5. You have to understand the scale at which this has gone up. 0 to 1 is 100%, 1 to 2 is 200%, 2 to 4 is 300%. The rate at which banks lend to each other has gone up by 300%. Thus, when inflation started to correct, it was assumed in the markets that inflation had taken a turn and it would go back to normal rapidly. And Jerome Powell would announce that he would hold his rates and over a period of late 2023 begin to even reverse rates. But Jerome Powell did not do so. What is the reason that he did not do so? Is very simple because he felt non housing services, that is basically restaurants, tuitions, and your medical bills, are showing no signs of abating. They are continuously going up and sometimes putting services out of reach of the common man. The only solution to this is to increase interest rates so that more people would not come to that solutions. Also, the company more higher interest rates would mean more costs for the company. The company itself would not be in a position to pay higher salaries. What we are seeing is very strange in America, where a lot of paying jobs are being sacrificed. And what is happening is low level jobs are not being serviced enough by people, that there is more jobs open than the amount of people available. So, people who do routine service jobs like manning restaurants make relatively extremely high amounts of money. This means that people have more money to spend. The rich already have money to spend, and the middle class and poor gets more money to spend. There is a spiral which threatens to put out prices even higher. Basically, what we are saying is we are tipping up the wage expectations of those working at the entry level jobs, and we want to pay them more. And those rising wages tend to drive up demand for goods and services. This demand will further raise the prices of goods and services. Thus, a positive feedback loop is created. And such a positive feedback loop means that there is a never ending spiral of higher wages and higher prices. So, unless the link is broken, you cannot have solved the inflation problem. This means that the Fed will have to increase interest rates to choke off demand, that people will get to a position where there is no demand and people will be forced to accept lesser pay to do work. This is exactly what is playing out in the United States. The courts, this is what is exactly playing out in the US. The high-end tech companies are sacrificing people because they are expecting a drop in demand. But the smaller restaurant owner and service provider is not able to meet demand and therefore is looking for more servers, more team leaders so that he can enhance business. So, the only way the Fed can cool the economy going forward is by taking money out of the table and reducing the balance sheet. The Fed has already started doing it and is taking about $95 billion out of the market every week. At some time, the combination of withdrawing liquidity and increasing interest rates will make sure that bank deposits become attractive to consumers again. Today, bank rates are so low, it does not make sense for either an Indian or an American to park his surplus in banks. Therefore, there is more speculative investments which have a potential for beating inflation. This, unless this wage rise is stopped and wage growth is stopped, one cannot conquer inflation because more wages will mean more goods and more services, and the cycle will continue. It is not, therefore, possible to stamp out inflation. Jerome Powell realizes this and has increased interest rate by 50 basis points. I am certain that he will increase it at least two times more, if not three, to make sure Indian inflation comes under control. Thank you for watching. Be rich. If you like this video, kindly like this video, press the subscribe button to my channel and turn on the bell notification. If you do not turn on the bell notification, you will not be notified every time we put out a video. Once again, I thank you for your support for Be Rich. I want to thank all of you for supporting our event in Oman with great enthusiasm. A lot of people turned up in Oman, and a place where I don't have much influence. I wish to thank all of you for your support. The next event is going to be in Qatar, Doha. The event is scheduled for the last week of January. Those who would like to meet me in person in Qatar, Doha, or come to our event in Doha can send their request to the mail ID given below or contact the WhatsApp number flashing on the screen. My team will respond to you. See you in Qatar in the last week of Jan. It's a great privilege and honor that so many of you in thousands have subscribed to my channel and have supported me. I have written two books in English, The Alchemy of Money and Ordinary Stocks, Extraordinary Profits. These books are published by us and are ready. If you want to procure a copy, send us a message to the WhatsApp number given below and my team would respond to you. If you want an Amazon Kindle copy, you can click the link below. Finally, those who wish to consult with me can send a mail to berichenglish@gmail.com. Once again, I thank you for your support. If you like this video, press the subscribe button of my channel, hit the like button and turn on the bell notification.